An unsponsored lifeguard has just won the most prestigious surf competition on earth, the Eddie Aikau Invitational. In 40 to 50 foot waves, he beat a field of the best professional surfers and big wave surfers on earth. This is my thoughts on it and what you and I, regular surfers, can learn from it to improve ourselves and improve our surfing. Coming up.
The North Shore native and lifeguard Luke Shepardson to take home this year's Eddie Aikau Big Wave title.
Man, Luke Shepardson, this guy is an instant legend, absolute hero. I'm so excited about this story. So a lifeguard from Honolulu, as far as I can tell, this guy has no sponsors, doesn't have an Instagram page, he doesn't have a surfing YouTube vlog.
I gotta get back to the tower to finish work, get back, finish the end of the day, make sure everyone goes home safely and alive to their families.
And he was an alternate. So there's 40 pros that get invited to this. And then there's an alternate list. In case someone drops out or can't make it, the alternate will fill that spot. So this unknown guy comes in there and beats the best pros in the world. And it's a high pressure situation. First of all, 40 to 50 foot waves, that's absolutely insane. So everyone's nervous. But then there's thousands of people on the beach watching live. It's the biggest crowd I've ever seen at a surf venue. And then, not only that, the crowd, you got the huge waves, you got all these pros, all the best alphas out there trying to get the best waves, and he rose to the top.
Look at this one. One more taker. Luke Shepardson with a giant drop.
What keeps coming up for me when I'm thinking about this is the being over prepared. A true waterman is someone who's more comfortable in the water than they are on land, but over prepared to a new level because he's in the position where he's rescuing people. So he has to be able to handle himself in the ocean while taking responsibility for another life over and over. So the mental capacity to stay safe and the belief in your ability is huge. And I believe that allowed him to stay calm in this high pressure situation, rise to the top, put himself on the best waves. So when it comes to being over prepared, this is something I've always talked about when teaching regular surfers, weekend warriors, to up their levels. So over prepared to me, it means a lot about breath training. And so let's just say you have to hold your breath on a heavy closeout, hold your breath for 20 to 30 seconds. That's like a major hold down. So I teach people to get to a minute of a stressed breath hold. Now a stressed breath hold to me is you got high heart rate, tired muscles, and peaked adrenaline. So holding your breath under stress. So in this video, I'm gonna teach you exactly how I teach my members to hold their breath under stress, to be over prepared, but also to stay calm in stressful situations. This video is not to teach you to become a champion big wave surfer, but this video is to teach any weekend warrior, any average surfer, any regular mortal like you and I to become a great surfer. So my definition of a waterman is someone who's as comfortable as the water as they are on land. As comfortable in the water as they are on land. So doing this kind of training will make it so when you go out there and the situations are heavy, you're having multiple hold downs, you don't get tired, but also you stay calm and you stay comfortable and you stay confident. So I'm gonna teach you that right now. So I'm gonna give you 3 tips. Now I always tell people, in order to be brave, you have to have a baseline of fitness because you can't be brave out in the ocean if you're exhausted, right? So I can boil this down to what I call oxygen efficiency. Now oxygen efficiency is how efficiently you process oxygen. So making each oxygen molecule go farther and last longer. Now, oxygen efficiency has 2 sides. It's your body's physiological ability to process oxygen. So it has to do with tolerances to CO2 and oxygen, but also tolerances to pain. Now, the pain tolerance comes down to technique. So those are your 2 things. Your body's ability to process oxygen and the techniques that you use. So to upgrade your body's ability to process oxygen, we do what I call low oxygen training, and I can demonstrate it for you right here. So all you do is you blow out all your air, so your lungs are empty, and then hold your breath with empty lungs. Start to do an exercise. So let's try it right now. Blow out all your air, do a couple squats. You almost get an instant urge to breathe. But what's really, really cool about that is your body, your nervous system does not know the difference between holding your breath in your living room or being held under massive waves. It just knows that, oh my God, we're low on oxygen, we're in danger. So it sends real danger signals to your brain, which creates real fear and panic when you're new at it. So it teaches you to sit with that, and that goes into technique. But what's really happening to your body is having low levels of oxygen, your body recognizes that. So it upgrades your cardio system to compensate. So it's gonna increase your lung capacity. It's gonna make your body produce more red blood cells. And that's what's gonna improve your body's ability to be efficient with that oxygen. So you can do this in so many different ways. You can do it when you're walking, do it when you're exercising. So it's free, costs you nothing. All you gotta do is hold your breath. And it's so powerful. So next is the technique. So the next thing I'll say is when you're doing low oxygen training, you don't have to hold until your maximum breath hold, where you're almost gonna black out. You only need to get that medium to strong urge to breathe, and that's what triggers the response in your body. Because doing a max breath hold when you're standing and exercising is dangerous. You can fall and hit your head. So for this one right here, we're gonna be doing on the floor where we're doing a little bit more breath holding under stress. So breath holding technique is actually simple, but it's easy to get wrong because when you're getting those real fear signals, it's really common as a reflex to people have a fear reaction, right? So things like making a pain face, tension in your neck and chest, tension in your muscles, that burns way more oxygen, but also your nervous system is attached to your face and all of your emotional muscles in your face. So when you're making a pain face, it tells your brain that you're in danger. So what it does is it triggers the fight or flight. So it releases more adrenaline into your body, which elevates your heart rate. So making the pain face shortens your ability to hold your breath, but also makes it so you can't recover as fast either, right? Because you're in an elevated state. So part of stressed breath holding is keeping that calm face very loose, even though you may on the inside, your nervous system may be telling you you're in danger. So I'll just demonstrate here a way that we like to do it in our program is on the floor where it's safe. Blow out all your air. And then roll back and forth like that. Notice how my face was completely neutral. There's no tension here or there. Even though your mind could be saying, oh, we're in danger, your face says otherwise. And that matters a lot for staying calm and being super efficient with your oxygen. So that's the technique side. Okay, the third and final lesson is repetition. Now, I always tell people, when things get heavy, you're not gonna rise to the occasion, you'll sink to the level of your training. So my definition of breath training is this. So first of all, breathing is both conscious and subconscious, meaning you can control it. But when you don't think about it, it just happens when you're sleeping automatically, right? So breath training to me is taking it out of the subconscious, putting it into the conscious, fixing it, making it better. But with repetition, you put all the stuff that you learned back into the subconscious. So as a reflex, you do the optimal thing. So when things get heavy out there, you don't have to think, okay, what did that guy say in that video? No, you automatically keep a calm face. You automatically conserve your oxygen without even thinking about it, right? So because if you have to think about it, it's already too late. You have to instantly do the automatic thing. And that's what being a waterman is. It's, like I said, being as comfortable in the water as you are on land. So there's a great way to test your oxygen efficiency. This is what I give to all my members, and it's a competition. We call it the 1 minute club. Can you hold your breath under stress for 1 minute? And the people who do it get this shirt. It says right there, 1 minute club, swells are coming. What you do is you do 10 jumping jacks. And then you hold your breath on an inhale in a plank and time yourself. So people who try for the first time typically get like 10 to 20 seconds, and they're always really surprised. They're like, wow, I thought I could do a lot better than that. And so over time, by building your oxygen efficiency with the low oxygen training, sharpening your technique by keeping a calm face, even though you're in a stressful situation, will eventually upgrade your oxygen efficiency, and you'll be able to get to that 1 minute. What's really cool about the 1 minute club is when you're out there surfing, like a 10-second hold down is a long time. So if you can hold your breath for 60 seconds, that's the definition of being over-prepared. So you may not be able to win the Eddie Aikau, but I guarantee if you can hold your breath for 1 minute under stress, if you're a weekend warrior, you got 10 kids, you got a job where you work 60 hours a week, it doesn't matter. If you have that, no matter how infrequent the swells rise, how infrequently you surf, you'll have the body and a mind that can handle it. It won't be a shock to you, it will be who you are. So that's my definition of being a waterman. Anyone can have it. Thank you so much to Luke Shepardson for the inspiration. To me, this is one of the most special stories to ever happen in surfing. So a guy who's not in pursuit of this insane career, he's not a publicly known person, he's just a lifeguard who is over prepared by taking responsibility for himself and taking responsibility for the people in the water who need it. This guy is an absolute hero, and I can't believe it. Thank you so much, Luke, for the inspiration. And I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you take that inspiration and use it to make yourself better, stronger, and safer in the water and catch the best waves of your life. That's it. My name is Kyle Russ. If you enjoyed this video, there's a lot more stuff like this kind of training down below in the description. There's a free training. I call it 3 Steps to Thousands of Waves. It's everything that we teach. Paddle training, breath training, surfing movement patterns, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. So it's all free to watch that video down there. Just click it, and I'll talk to you soon.